Hi everyone, welcome to our review of the new Bauer Agent Goalie stick. Before I start, I just want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the guys at Puckstop for supplying this stick for us so that we can not only talk about it in this video but test it out on the ice as well and let you guys know how it performs in real life. This is Bauer's first goalie version of the Agent stick. They've released a couple of player versions in the past that we all know about, but this is the first Agent goalie stick that Bauer have released, and by the looks of it, they've chucked every ounce of technology and research and development that they possibly could into this stick. So there's loads to talk about, and we're excited to test it out. So to go through the main features of the stick, it features the boron fiber technology, which is exclusive to Bauer, and the boron fibers are strategically placed throughout the whole stick to both reduce weight but also provide balance to the stick. And if that's the two things that they were looking to achieve, then mission accomplished, in my opinion. This is an incredibly light goalie stick, and there's no sort of top or bottom weightiness to it. It does feel very, very well balanced. So if they were looking to achieve reduced weight and a balanced stick, then they've ticked both boxes on that as far as I'm concerned. If we go through the features from sort of top to bottom, Bauer have kept the ACL 2.0, so the advanced carbon layering throughout the stick, which we've seen on their previous models for the past few years. And what that does, for people that haven't sort of looked into it or don't necessarily know, it's a way of layering the carbon that absorbs and transfers the energy from puck impact on the stick. So if sticks aren't layered properly, if the carbon layers on a stick have like thin or weak spots, any sort of impact energy will travel to those weak spots and cause breakages or sort of sacrifice the integrity of the materials. So the way that the ACL 2.0 layering works sort of reduces those sort of thin or weak spots within the stick and disperses the energy from puck shots a lot more efficiently there. So good to see that they've included that in this new stick here. As I mentioned before, the stick is incredibly light. I first started using Bauer's with the Hyperlights a few years ago, and I thought that was an incredibly light stick. Then obviously the Hyperlight 2s came out. I didn't think anything would get lighter than that, but this has definitely achieved that. This is way lighter than even the Hyperlight 2 that came out last year, so it's really, really impressive to see. As we talk about the features on the shaft here, we have the XE taper on the shaft, and basically that's like an elliptical shaped shaft, which is sort of shorter in length, both for weight reduction but also for aid with sort of puck handling and keeping hands closer together for goalies that like to play the puck. But it allows the taper of the shaft allows for better weight distribution throughout the stick as well. So it just aids with that balance that Bauer have tried to achieve with this stick. As we move down, obviously we've got the Penta Grip, which was made famous with the Vapor line, and personally is my favourite feature on any goalie stick in the last sort of 10 years or so. It's very, very simple. For those who haven't seen it, it's just a raised sort of rounded edge on the grip here, but it just sits so comfortably in the palm of the hand there, allows a lot more control of the stick and just sort of bulks out that grip a bit there so that you've got a lot more control, and there's sort of less risk of the stick sort of rotating in your hand when you face sort of hard shots or impact at all. So again, like it's a given that will be on this stick, as Bauer are including all of their technology and innovations into a stick, but really glad to see that that's there. As we're talking about sort of the shoulder and the joining point between the shaft and the paddle here, we've got the Connect Tech handle, which is there to, again, reduce vibration and absorb and disperse energy throughout the stick. So naturally, with a composite stick or a carbon fiber stick, the join point from the paddle to the shaft is considered a weak point, and that's where a lot of the vibration will travel to. So by having a redesigned technology in that area, you'll reduce the vibration, and that doesn't become as much of a weak spot within the stick there. So really, really good little innovation there that Bauer have brought in. As we move down to the paddle, we've got the quad bridge paddle technology, which is sort of written across the top there that you can see. And that's just designed to give a real sort of structured, like reinforced paddle there. Again, with carbon fiber composite sticks, you'll have hollow points throughout the stick just to keep it light. It's never always solid all the way through. But by having like a reinforced structure within that, you don't have any weak points. So as a stick starts to break down, some composite sticks, you can feel that starts to feel a bit spongy. But by having that sort of quad bridge technology within there, as Bauer have called it, that just allows you to keep the integrity throughout the whole paddle there, and you'd never have any sort of soft or weak spots, and it should be less susceptible to cracks or breaks throughout the paddle there. And as we move down to the blade, Bauer have kept the tech stream in the blade here, and that just gives you the best of everything. It creates a very sort of light and but durable blade, but the tech stream material in itself is very light, so it reduces the weight, but allows it to be quite balanced. So you see with some other brands, some other sticks, you see the different layers of materials under the carbon there, which can affect the balance. It create a bit of a bottom heavy stick. But the texturing material there just allows that to be lightweight, durable, but also very, very well balanced at the same time. So that's it. In a nutshell, that's all the main features of the stick. I think you'll agree it looks great. Sort of the graphics on there, the sort of the naked sort of black text stream underneath with the lime green font on there. I absolutely love it. I think it looks great. So yeah, if you're curious about the stick, definitely pick one up while they're still around. There's not going to be many of them. They're not going to be around for very long because they're going to be extremely popular if these features in this review are anything to go by. So go grab yourself one, try it out. Let me know what you think. We're excited to test this out on the ice in the next week or so. So we'll obviously provide some follow-up videos on that as well. But if you have any questions, any comments, leave us a comment on Instagram. Give us a like and a follow on both YouTube and Instagram if you haven't done already. Every little helps. And once again, thank you to Puckstop for supplying the stick for us, and we look forward to testing it out on the ice and letting you guys know what we think. Thank you very much for watching.